Hey guys, Alex and Ryan here with this week's Fishing Report. I want to start off by mentioning our customer appreciation event that's going to be next weekend, 10/19 and 10/20, featuring all sorts of baits like these Bass Assassins here.
Hot lures right there.
These are going to be, I believe, buy one, get one. So
make sure you're here for that.
Buy one, get one, right?
Hottest sale of the year.
Hottest sale of the year. So meet us here.
All right, so let's get started with the fishing report here. Fall's here. Feels like fall. It is fall. It is nice and cold now. So that means fishing's only going to get better. And we've been hearing a lot of reports from a lot of different places. One of them being Eastern Bay. I know me and you were just talking about this with either you're finding a lot of the same size fish, which they're still keeper size fish.
Yeah, your 19s around there.
And then a couple jumbos.
Yeah. I did see a 35 pulled out of there on the troll.
Yeah, so whether you're trolling, jigging, those fish are around there. There's a lot of bait around. Patapsco, I heard, is doing the same thing inside the key bridge and even out towards the mouth. Remember, all that small peanut bunker is pushing out towards the deeper water now that it's cooling down, especially right now. So outgoing tides are probably going to be your best bet.
For sure.
With that water pushing out, a little bit warmer water, and those fish are going to be moving out. If it was me going out right now, Eastern Bay will be probably one of my main options. Yeah. With second of that actually being around the bridge.
Right, yeah, that Bay Bridge always holds fish, especially with all these moving bait and moving tides this time of year. Water cooling down, those fish are going to be feeding.
And remember, you can jig out there. You can still live line out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just a matter of getting out there in a good tide, and those fish are going to obviously come by, following bait. One thing is kind of like, I guess, come up with a strategy of doing something, right? Like sticking to one thing for most of the time at least.
Yeah, and like you said, timing the tides is very important this time of year. Those fish really like a moving tide.
Oh, yeah. If you don't have that, it will be a little bit slow. But when it's a little bit slow, guess what? You can go out and catch some perch.
Yeah, you can even, like if you're fishing the bridge and you're not getting rockfish, go up to the shallower pilings and fish for perch with either, bloodworms and sabiki rigs or little spinner baits, anything like that.
And remember, this time of the year is going to be one of those time frames where you're going to get some of those jumbo perch. Yeah. They're going to be feeding. They're also going to be moving out deep here soon once the water cools down. So they're feeding. They're trying to...
Believe it or not, those jumbo perch are eating the same bunker those rockfish are.
Oh, yeah.
Like those 3 to 4 inch bunker, those are primo bait for jumbo white perch.
And then I know some guys don't do this enough, but you've done it. Casting some peanut bunker and just freelining them out there. It's a great idea.
Yep. Yeah.
Other than that, if you move a little bit farther south, you're going to start seeing some of those bluefish and even jumbo bluefish way down south. Yeah. I know the guys in the Potomac that I've been talking to have been saying that they've been having an amazing fishery so far with a mix of stripers, bluefish, and even slot-sized redfish with even some bull reds still mixed in on their birds. So that's amazing that you can get that much, different types of fish in one area. But other than that, if you're moving up a little bit or going towards the eastern shore side, even some of these western shore areas, I will say anywhere from Chesapeake Beach down, don't be surprised. This is a time frame when trout, speckled trout fishing gets pretty decent.
And the big ones too.
Yep, and you're going to get a mix of puppy drums. So this is the fall time frame now, guys. It seems like we're shaping up to have a great next few weeks of fishing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just get out there, check the tide. And once again, there's a lot of options. It's just kind of making up your mind on where to go right now.
Right, I know you mentioned birds. We haven't seen birds in the way that we want to quite yet. But I think moving into these couple weeks, if this weather stays the pattern that it's going, we're going to start to see those birds, and it's going to make those fish easier to find under bait balls. But while you're waiting, we also have some really, really good crabbing going on that is unfortunately going to fall off, I think, in the next month or so. So get out there now for those crabs while you're waiting on those schoolie rockfish under birds.
Oh, yeah, pretty heavy crabs. Are nice and heavy this time of the year. So get the last few of the season. Yep. And this is it for your fishing report, guys. And we'll see you guys here for the sales event.